One woman, one mini stepper, and 30 days to change her life. Is it worth it?
We're about to find out. Hello, lovely humans, and welcome back, or welcome for the first time. I'm guessing you clicked on this video either because you know my face, or you have also seen those mini steppers everywhere, and you're dying to know if they're worth it. Well, you know what? Me too. So I bought one, and I am giving myself 30 days to check it out and see if it is worth all the freaking hype or if it is just this year's level of shenanigans. So my goal for this challenge is to focus specifically on my legs and my abs. I'm gonna try to get as close to 30 minutes on the mini stepper every single day if I can. Full disclosure, I am dealing with an overuse injury in my left foot and ankle. So I'm trying to be cautious of that to make sure that I am not making it any worse. But I'm actually really freaking excited to see if this is worth all the hype, because the stair stepper itself, like the big honkin' stair stepper, is one of the machines at the gym that like kicks my butt the most. And generally speaking, it's like torture getting through 2 freaking minutes. So I'm kind of curious as to how the mini stepper matches up and if it's worth the money.
You, of course, cannot leave out your before videos, so here's what I looked like starting out. I was 247 pounds, and as you can see, a rather large woman. The back fat is going strong, and so are my arms and my legs in terms of being round and having lots of cellulite, because, you know, we be struggling. And there's the cat in the way, as always. And I have no tone whatsoever to my butt, as you can see. Hopefully this will work to change that. There isn't much to worry about in the way of assembly. Once you get it out of the box and out of the plastic wrap, it comes with these little rubber covers for the legs so they don't scratch your floor, as well as a mat to put underneath, and of course, the little straps for your arm workouts. The cats had an absolute field day being nosy and playing in all of the boxes. It was completely ridiculous, but kind of enjoyable to watch.
Did you need some attention? Yeah. You need some attention?
So cute. I'd give the overall assembly 5 out of 5 stars for ease. I then barely had stepped on and heard a loud crunch and kind of freaked out because I thought I broke the entire thing when I first started using it.
That can't be right.
As it turns out, I just needed to turn the resistance knob. I did also use my arms for a portion of the exercise, although I'm not going to include a long clip because there was like no way with my narrow living room to get my dang head in there. But it happened, I promise. Day 1 update, I did 30 minutes all with the legs, minus about a minute or so with my arms because I was mostly focused on my legs. And I gotta say, my calves are freaking burning, like hardcore. I'm actually happy that I survived 30 minutes because on a regular stair stepper at the gym, I'm dead after like 5. So it is definitely the mini version of it. I'm a little out of breath, not drastically. I just got to the point where I was starting to sweat. But so far, I would say it's definitely more calf focused. I also almost fell off when I was trying to get on, so be careful if you're stepping onto these things. This proved to be a continual problem, so if you're balance challenged like me, hold on to stuff while you're getting on this thing. Don't break your hip. I mean, for this video, I was basically my own show of the Three Stooges. I think that deserves at least a subscribe, don't you think? So as you guys saw, I tried it a little bit differently this time. I basically incorporated my upper body. I noticed that there's not all of the motions that you can do with your arms. So like you can go forward, you can go out to the side, but trying to do like a bicep curl is kind of hard because the straps are not short enough for that. It's a little bit too long, but pretty sure that's adjustable. So I did check and there's no listed way to adjust the straps. However, if you cross them over, it tends to make them short enough to do whatever exercise you need. I was a little annoyed at first because it felt like it wasn't really giving me a challenge for my legs, and then I realized I just needed to change the resistance a little bit, and that way it felt like I wasn't just going on my tippy toes up and down. I feel like my shoulders got a really good workout, my calves got a really good workout, and then I started getting a good leg workout. But the downside of recovering from this injury is my tolerance is not quite the same. So right around the 15-minute mark, like the arches of my foot started hurting again. And so I had to pause. But I will say, in just 15 minutes, I feel like I actually got a pretty decent workout and I was kind of huffing and puffing a little bit. I did notice two things that were a little bit frustrating. I feel like the foot pedals could be spaced a little bit wider just for those of us who are some chubby people, because the chub rub is real. So wear pants, not shorts, unless you really want to chafe. But, you know, easy fix. I felt like my foot kept slipping off the back of the pedal. So if you're going to wear shoes, wear ones that have good traction. Personally, I feel like in terms of grip, my foot does better barefoot. And I'm noticing that it's not really made for someone who's bigger than a size 9, because I'm a size 9. And with the shoes on, I felt like it was like hanging off the back a little bit. Not enough to not be usable, but just enough to where if you don't have traction, you're going to start feeling like your foot's falling off. So now you know. I skipped the last 2 days because frankly, my legs were actually still sore and my arms were sore from doing the little like strappy doodads. So I would say so far, pretty impressed with the level of workout I've gotten. Today, I'm actually turning the stepper around. You can see behind me, it's backwards.
Why did you do that?
Because this thing is actually designed to focus on different body parts depending on the way you turn it. That was actually a pretty good freaking workout. So far, I am loving this thing. I feel like I felt it more in my quads than in my glutes, but I think tomorrow will be the better judge. It's kind of cool to find something that I can do bit by bit at home. And I think the reason though that it's affecting my arches more than say like your traditional stair stepper is because the traditional ones are flat and you're stepping up. This one's kind of at an angle as you're pushing up and down. Although that does mean, yay, you're gonna have to get your foot muscle stronger. So that's taken me a while. But also it gives me a little bit more of a calf workout and I want to get them calves. So I call it a win. I did finally start getting used to getting on the stair stepper every night. It took me about a week. And what I started doing was just once my husband and I finished dinner, we usually watch a show together. And I just got in the habit of getting on the stair stepper while we watched that show, and it made it a whole lot easier. You guys may have noticed that this is not my house. And that is because my lovely job has put me up in a hotel. They want the therapist to be close enough to not have to call in if the weather gets crazy, crazy icy overnight, which it's supposed to. And in Texas, we don't really do very well with driving on the ice. It's kind of disastrous. But we're in the middle of a challenge. And I don't care if I'm in a hotel. I have things to do. So, this is the heaviest my suitcase has ever been, but I brought this heifer with me and we're gonna get our workout in. Oh God. If you guys find that you are struggling with the energy to get through an entire workout, I would highly recommend watching weight loss transformation videos while you do it. It is super motivating and really does give you an extra boost of energy. I did eventually return home from the hotel and I noticed that for the most part, I was doing a really good job of staying on my grind with this challenge and was feeling pretty proud of myself. I took the occasional rest day for recuperation, but for the most part, I really stuck to it. I did notice, however, that I was struggling to make it the full time and was almost constantly checking my watch to see if I had at least made it 10 to 15 minutes. My sweet husband actually did sneak up for a hug in the middle of this one because he didn't realize I was actively filming. He's kind of the cutest thing ever, and I think I'm just going to keep him, even if I did almost accidentally fall off the stair stepper when he did it.
The next day.
So this morning, I had an idea. And yes, I know I'm wearing the exact same clothes from yesterday because I passed out in them. Judge all you want. Don't care. But my idea this morning is that while this machine is designed to exercise like basically your legs as a whole. I think there's actually a third way that it can be used to target your abs. And I'm going to do a trial run today. So let me show y'all what I mean. Okay, I got to move this back. My living room is so freaking narrow. It is like impossible to get in frame without cutting off my head. So bear with me, I'm struggling. My house was not made for YouTube. But what we're gonna do is when you stand on it, so normally you move your legs up and down, you know, like a stair stepper. However, what if I kept my legs just straight on both sides and just did my hips up and down while keeping my back straight? It's working right here, so my glute med. So I'm gonna give you guys a little education right now. When you're walking, if your glute med is weak, yes, I know I'm cutting off my head, but you go to step, right? Instead of holding that hip level, you drop. There's a little bit of natural drop, but if they're weak, they drop a little more. So not necessarily a swagger, but you get the idea. It's a muscle that's important for walking is the nutshell version. So today I'm gonna focus on doing that. And I think in addition to the glute med, because I'm having to still contract my abs back and forth, so it's a little bit of a glute med workout and it's an ab workout. I'm definitely not gonna be able to do it for as long, but it's kind of fun and I'm gonna try it out.
Baby wobble, baby wobble, baby wobble, yeah. Wobble, baby wobble, baby wobble, baby wobble, yeah.
I made it like a shocking 4 minutes with moving everything around. My butt's kind of burning though, so I would say, hey, not a bad thing. That's just definitely not going to be like a long day stair stepper thing. We're still going to go back and do it the regular way, but it's kind of nice to know that there's a bonus way you can use it. So woohoo!
I actually found out even after this challenge that there are so many different ways to exercise with this mini stepper, and if you're interested in finding other ways, I would highly recommend checking out YouTube. There's about 1 million different playlists for it. I then got a crappy cold that put me out of commission for like 2 days straight, but we got right back to it afterwards. I did, however, start to notice that the more I used my mini stepper, the more rambunctious she became.
I think we need some WD-40. So squeaky.
But a couple of handy-dandy sprays of WD-40 later, and you're good to go. You will have to do this probably about every 2 weeks or so if you're using it every day.
Estoy loco por tocarte, pero no me
It's been 2 minutes and my legs are dying.
atrevo a textearte. Tú solo bailas en mi.
Ooh, y'all, I changed the height and man, it's like a big step difference. Ooh, okay. Dang.
Mente, mi amor. No hay nadie más con que prefiera bailar. Aguanta y baila.
Y'all, I literally made it 3 minutes and I am out of breath. And that's with me feeling stronger after having done this for a few weeks. That like final boss level where that pedal was like in the air kicked my butt. Whew. Sorry, I'm so out of breath. Honestly, I'm just excited to see that it can be that challenging from just a mini stepper. Like, I don't need to go buy no $5,000 stair stepping machine that's humongous. This little hoe over here is kicking my booty. I would be 100% lying if I told y'all that this week had not like 100% kicked my butt. I've picked up more hours for which I'm grateful because cars keep trying to break down every 5 seconds. If you got them, you know the struggle. But we're trying to get some extra money, so I'm taking up all I can get for work hours, and it has left me really, really drained.
I'm dead on the inside.
My eating habits have been somewhere between totally on point and kind of a train wreck, but only for like 1 meal, and then I'm back on track. So I guess that's an improvement. I feel like my waist is a little slimmer, and I think it's just kind of a combination of doing a little workout here and there and also just trying not to go as wild. Bit by bit, I'm going to get there if it kills me, but it's not going to kill me because I'm getting healthier. It has taken kind of everything in me for the last week to even get my butt on that stair stepper for 10 minutes. But honestly, the fact that I can do it for 10 minutes and still feel like my legs are like kind of sore and like I'm puffing and puffing a little bit, yeah, it means I'm real out of shape. But it also just makes me really happy that I can get a pretty good challenge in that amount of time. And so it's kind of extra motivating, which means now that I've said it's motivating, I'm forcing myself to actually get off the couch and do it because I have to be true to my word for a bunch of strangers on the internet. Well, love, thank you guys.
I even had to kick this sweet, precious little nugget off the couch so I could go do my workout, but I did the dang thing. Also, while being lazy one day, I found out that you can actually still get a really good workout while sitting down with this thing. My butt cheeks are on fire right now, and I did that for like 2 minutes.
It is officially the 3rd of February, and it might just be that the number 3 is heavy on my brain, because all I can think is how we are almost done with this challenge. It ends on the 9th, and we have yet to make it to 30 minutes on the freaking mini stepper, because frankly, that thing is kicking my butt. So I'm gonna make one goal and one goal only this week, even knowing that usually I'm wiped out after 10 minutes. I wanna make it to 30 minutes, at least one freaking day, just to prove to myself I can. Although I might need a day off afterwards because I don't know if I'll be able to walk. Keep your fingers crossed. Almost forgot, I am starting to notice a tiny little appearance of actual ankles. Even though I've got kind of a little bit of a lipedema situation going on where there is some extra fat in my leg area, which is very annoying, I can still tell a smidge of a difference as I get healthier and as I get more toned. And the fact that I can see even like a hint of an ankle instead of a cankle is pretty freaking exciting. So I'm like, yay, something's actually happening even in this like small time frame.
Okay. I think we're at like a collective 12 minutes, and the stupid arches of my feet are hurting so badly I'm gonna have to stop. I'm extremely quad dominant, so anytime I try to focus on using something other than my quads, like I've basically been like bending over while I'm pushing down because it makes my quads work more. And then I'm like, oh, I need to stand up and actually use my butt muscles. My glutes do not want to activate, and I feel like I'm pushing harder down on my feet because of it. So they are like, yes, hi, dear. Whiny child. Basically, I'm pushing down harder on the arches of my feet, and it's killing me. So I'm gonna have to take a break. I might entertain the idea this week of doing multiple bouts in the same day to see if I can get it to add up to 30 and go from there. I'm not sure yet. Either way, I'm sweating like a pig.
Ew.
I did it. 30 minutes in one day, even if it wasn't consecutive. I'll freaking take it.
I was finally getting close to the end of the challenge, and I was really happy to find that I was actually still thoroughly enjoying my workouts, even though they were very actively still kicking my butt. My endurance was definitely not to the point where I could ever get to a 30-minute workout during this challenge, but I did find that the splitting it into 3 different workouts a day still added up to the same thing, and I was happy to be able to do that. I also learned about a few more things that work in the last few days. Like if you want to track your calories, your steps, or your time, all you have to do is press and hold the button on the front display. It's actually really easy.
Oh my god, that's how you use it.
That's right. I was finally starting to feel like I was getting my hot girl steps in every single day. And then a freaking gnat brought me down a peg.
Well, that was attractive.
For those of you who are having the problem with the straps being slightly too long, literally just choke up on them one more time and angle your wrists a little bit, and that'll take care of the extra difference so you can use the bicep curls properly.
I just finished my second workout of the day because I'm sticking with my whole like 10-minute spurt thing. And of course, now is the time where I have finally figured out on my last freaking day what works best to get a longer workout in. Literally, if you have a Fitbit, set your countdown on there for like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever your goal is, and go that way. Because that way it's not like you're checking your clock every 2 seconds and then just like waiting for that 10-minute mark to get off. Instead, your brain's like, okay, I know that my watch is going to buzz when the time is up. Let me just focus on this workout. And I actually got 15 minutes in for, I think, the first time ever on this level, rather than just 10 or maybe 12 if I'm dying. So yeah, better late than never. Also, y'all don't mind my face. My skin hates me right now.
Hi, doggy. You baby. You come to encourage your mama.
He's like, no, I came because I thought you had snacks.
Gotta get it right now. Yeah, push over.
We have succeeded at 1 month on the mini stepper, and my calves are still burning.
The results are in.
So when I first started this challenge, I weighed 247 pounds. I dropped 3 pounds halfway through and then gained a lot of it back, so pay attention to your diet, folks. Now here are the before and afters. I'm definitely noticing that I am slimmer in the waist. I feel like it's nice and straight going down, finally. From the back, I feel like my back fat shrank just a smidge, but not necessarily a ton. And for my legs, from a distance, honestly, they still look pretty similar. I feel like my ankles are the smallest smidgen skinnier. But I did actually notice a small change in my booty. I feel like it's a little fuller than it was. Not sure if y'all could even tell or not, to be completely honest. The shorts did actually feel looser on my thighs, which was a welcome change, and they actually were higher up than before because my stomach has shrunk, so I am super freaking excited about that. Like, look at that waist. Who is she? My thighs, they're a little, I would say a little firmer, maybe a smidge. Nothing crazy. But here's where I noticed one of the bigger differences when I just actually looked at my own body. There were the itty-bittiest little calves hiding under the fat in there. There's no way y'all are going to be able to tell, but I can tell that I have a slight more existence in my ankle rather than just a cankle. Like, there's a curve. It's a mini cankle. So progress. I'll take it.
Given that that was only 30 days and I'm starting out so out of shape that it was really hard for me to even like get to the 15-minute mark, let alone freaking 30. Think I got a little ambitious with that one. I'm gonna say that I am super freaking happy with the results. Honestly, the fact that I was feeling like a little more slender by the end, yes please. I want to keep that up. In regards to whether or not I think it's a worthwhile purchase, yes, some of them can be a little bit pricey. I would always check the reviews first. I'm actually going to make sure to link both this stepper and a couple of other well-rated steppers in my description box in case you want to kind of like check them out and compare for yourselves. Plus, if you do want to buy it through that link, that means you can support my channel, and I am extra grateful for it because I make these videos for next to nothing at this point. But I still love it. Anyways, is it worth it? Honestly, I really do think so, especially for someone like me. I tend to be half dead when I get home from work, and my autopilot move, unless I have to edit a YouTube video, is usually to come and like become one with the couch for a few hours just so I can like recuperate from work. I'm finding that it actually works so much better if the first thing I do when I come home, instead of just auto melting with the couch, is to get on the stair stepper and I can still watch my shows. Like, I got Naomi John in the background. Guess who's gonna be doing some mini stepper to that? Me. The fact that you can focus on different body parts as well is something that I enjoy. I definitely didn't get like as big of results in my arms because, let's be honest, there's a huge layer of fat on that chicken wing. So even if there was some muscle, your girl needs to get a little thinner before you can tell. But I'm working on it. So yes, I would 100% recommend this. It turns out all the crazy TikTok hype was completely right.
Ooh, shocker.
So that's my 2 cents. If you liked this review or just enjoy my shenanigans, make sure to leave a like. Please do subscribe. Honestly, I am really trying to like grow a community here where we can all support each other on our journey to get healthy, and I would love it if you were a part of that. If you want to leave a comment saying, hey, what should I try next? I'm all about it. So comment below, and you beautiful people, wait, that's not right. You lovely humans, I'm tangled up in my mic, have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye-bye.